Confessions After Curfew. Disclaimer. Before we get into this episode, let's make a few things clear. Everything said on Confessions After Curfew is based on personal opinions, experiences, and perspectives. None of the hosts or guests are licensed professionals or experts on any topics discussed. We encourage all viewers and listeners to do their own research and form their own conclusions. Now, also understand what type of show this is. This is an adult podcast. You may see explicit language, sexual conversations, and yes, a little bit of booty cheeks and titties bouncing from time to time. So viewer discretion is strongly advised. This content is intended for audiences 18 and over only. Do not watch or listen to Confessions After Curfew with or around children. You've been warned. Now let the knowledge begin. Confessions After Curfew podcast.
Send the cash app, send the cash app. If you loving this fat ass, in the cash app. Make it clap, clap, no talk back. If you watching all that, send the cash app. No hands, just bands, that's the contract. You enjoying this fat ass, in the cash app. Throw a little 20, make it bounce back. After curfew, baby, send the cash app.
Yeah.
These are the segments that we're covering on our show today. Please enjoy. Welcome back, kings and queens, to Confessions After Curfew. Listen, today gonna be a doozy. I'm your host, Buzz Taylor, and sitting right next to me, as always, my beautiful co-host and resident dancer.
Love Bug.
Yeah, man. Now, before I get into the night, I need y'all to understand something. We have always been a show about real conversations, unfiltered, unapologetic, and honest. But tonight, we're taking it to a completely different level because tonight we brought in a professional, somebody that knows something about know some shit. Because we don't know shit on this show. We just be talking shit for real. So to have somebody that's actually get paid for this type of thing, it's going to help us all. We got a queen with us tonight who lives and breathes the nightlife. She grinds, she performs, she hustles and holds together every single night in rooms. You know, very, very lifestyle oriented. Very, what she said, sexual. What you said?
Sex positive.
Yeah, very sex positive with like 30 varies in before the positive sex positive. She had like a lot of varies in there. We also, Dr. Holly, also known as the Sexy Shrink, is a licensed therapist who specializes in mental health and all types of addiction. She's a comedian and has seen it all from the clinical side, and tonight she's bringing that energy right here to Confessions After Curfew. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We've been wanting to do this episode for a long time. A long time.
Oh, I got in on it.
I've been trying to do this episode for a long time. Okay. Because sometimes you need more than just an opinion. You need a diagnosis on this thing. Dr. Holly, we're officially making you a part of the Confessions After Curfew family tonight. Consider yourself our resident therapist because after this episode, we're probably not going to let you leave. We're going to bring her in a lot, okay? Hopefully she loves the show and she wants to return, but you know what I mean? Let's get into it. Okay. Before we even start, before we get into Dr. Holly, Shea, welcome to Confessions After Curfew. Let's clap it up for Shea.
Thank you for inviting me.
Shea, first off, good looking now.
Oh.
Now, Shea, I'm gonna give you a little quick backstory. You know, a dancer backed out today, scheduling issues because she booked and busy, right? So we had someone else in here with Dr. Holly. So I'm scrambling literally this morning, like trying to find somebody that could fit the show. A friend of mine reached out. Well, I reached out to her. She reached out to Shea. Shea reached out. We had a dope conversation. I was like, listen, if you're available, I would love to have you tonight in like less than 6 hours. She was like, let me check my uwaparis, and then she figured it out, and here she is. So, Shea, first off, thank you so much for supporting the show and lending your likeness to what we do here at Confessions After Curfew. All right, let the people know why you qualified to talk about Confessions After Curfew.
So, I am qualified because I am church girl going stripper. And
yeah, that's your camera right there. Tell me.
I don't know which camera.
Y'all heard what the fuck? That's your camera right there.
Right there.
She said church girl.
I am a church girl growing stripper. I always knew it wasn't for me, and my sister is actually a dancer too. And She always used to try to get me to come.
So stripping running the family, like, was mom a stripper?
My mom was a
grandmother.
sex worker.
Okay, still sex worker.
That's the second time we heard this.
Still sex worker.
But she's also a nurse practitioner.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wow.
Y'all don't know my mom. I didn't say that on camera. But yeah, so that's where she came. Like that's where she started, and then my sister was trying to get me, and I was like, no, I'm so scared. And one day I lost my job, and I needed to come up with rent money, and my sister was like, well, I've been telling you, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just go. And I went to some club in like East Bumblefuck somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Out the way. Usually people start out the way. I ain't going when they close.
Yeah.
Out the way.
It was
might be 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, and I drove maybe like 50 minutes down the turnpike. I made $550 my first night working. $550. I said, I'll be back tomorrow.
Then you was hooked.
And I was
let me get
hooked.
that. Let me get that quick change.
Yeah, and
now,
then
real quick. Did having desirable assets help? Because I'm talking about your sister and like how does, because you can't just be telling girls to go make this money. Like some of you bitches niggas don't want, right? Let's just be honest. So I can imagine some people, like everybody don't get that oop. Like, hey, you probably can make a couple dollars. So what about you that she know you can go kill it in there?
I got a fat ass. And I got a pretty face. Like
I was going there first. She went to the fat ass first, but hey, we're gonna talk about that.
But my sister is all of 100 pounds wet. So
just straight talent.
She's just straight talent. She can entertain men. But I also can entertain men very well, but I also have the desirable assets. So I don't know what made me money that night. I was very drunk. I will say that, because I was so nervous. But I remember one of my pole instructors basically telling me, like, just go to the strip club. I was like, I don't know how to do all that. She said, the men just want to see a jiggle.
So you already had experience on pole because you was just...
I was taking classes.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you again for being here, especially on short notice. We hope to have you back. And if you do decide to come back to Confessions After Curfew, we encourage you to encourage someone else that you think would be perfect for our conversation. Now, again, let's wait to the end, because shit could go left. You would never know how this motherfucker going. All right. Now, Dr. Holly, thank you for being here. I'm going to give you an opportunity to let the people know why you think you possibly may be qualified to discuss stuff here with us on Confessions After Curfew. Even if you don't know. Because I already know you feel like you don't know why you're here.
I definitely don't know why I'm here, but I just want to tell you thank you for allowing me to be in this space, because y'all vibe. And I appreciate it. So wherever I can lend my expertise, I'm here for the fun and for the vibes.
Okay.
This episode is brought to you by
Jewels of Clay. Have you ever put on an outfit and just feels like something's missing?
Yeah, the earrings. They're by Jewels of Clay.
Exactly.
That's why you need Jewels of Clay. Duh.
Yeah, they make handcrafted polymer clay earrings. These shits is lightweight, they unique. Man, they just extraordinary pieces. I fuck with them.
Me too. So whether you need studs, statement pieces, anything that turns head, they got you. I promise you that.
And every pair, these shits is handmade. So every earring that you have is one of a kind. That's one of the things I like about them most, for real.
So follow Jewels of Clay to see many more of her pieces available, like these and all these. She has plenty more. Love her to death. You'll love it, I promise you.
And DM her, man. Claim your next favorite pair. Hit that DM for Jewels of Clay. Check out, this is one, right now she got some necklaces. She got a few, but you got to know somebody to know somebody to get these.
You don't want to miss out, I promise you.
Jewels of Clay. Thank her. Listen. All right, Dr. Holly, first things first. Tell us who you are and where the sexy shrink came from, because first off, I love that name.
Okay.
And I feel like it's a story behind the sexy shrink.
Okay. So my name is Dr. Holly. I am a licensed clinical therapist. I specialize in mental health and all types of addictions. And I call myself the sexy shrink because, I mean, I'm sexy, first of all. But my husband...
Two fingers together. They talk that.
No. Okay.
I learned that on the show.
No, I felt like I needed to have like a moniker for myself. And my husband was like, well, you are a shrink. I was like, okay, and I'm sexy. And I consider myself that. So that's how we came up with it. And I drew a little logo, and that's just who I am. I'm the sexy shrink.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
I'm going to thank you again. I'm going to thank you 30 times throughout the show for being here because I really,
And thank you for having
appreciate
me.
you. So for the people watching tonight who have never been to therapy, what do you want them to know about what you actually do?
I think all therapists is just really a safe space. So therapists create a safe space for you to go in there and just talk about whatever. Because sometimes you can talk to a friend, a family, a loved one, a spouse, and they're going to judge you, talk shit. Y'all going to get into an argument, possibly a fight, slash some tires, crash out some windows. But if you go to a therapist, they don't know you. They just going to listen and help you come up with some solutions. So you don't got to go and shoot somebody, show up to somebody's property with a gun or slash their tires or bust out their windows.
Yeah, killing people not cool.
Or hurting people not cool, but...
Sometimes. All right, never mind. Hey, we can agree to disagree, but hey, maybe I'm crazy. We're going to let the doctor tell me later. Okay?
You know, case by case situation.
Yeah, some motherfuckers need to go. Some motherfuckers need to not be here any longer.
And some people do need an ass whooping. You know, when I was a kid, you went and you fought it out, and either y'all just became friends after that, or you was like, okay, we cool. Y'all never fucked each other after that. But that ass whooping was mandatory on that playground or the block or wherever it was.
All right, so that I agree. Ass
it was mandatory.
Yeah, fucking. First of all, ass whoopings kept people in line.
They did.
It's like, yeah. You know what? I know my role. When I'm in this room, such and such might slap the shit out of me, but when I'm in this room, I may slap the shit out of somebody. So I'm a little bit more brolic in this room. This room, I'm gonna settle down. But that happened because you would get slapped the shit out of. Not lately. It's like, you know, whatever. But back to the one point about people need to die. Let's just stay there really quickly.
Okay.
So the Epstein niggas and all them pedophilia niggas and the PDF filers.
Okay.
That's what I meant when I was saying some of these motherfuckers out here need to die. The elite that's out here fucking with the babies, you know, how do you feel about them? Is that not fuck how you feel about them. Do they deserve to die?
I mean, I think so, because those children,
and
that's why half of them dead.
Yeah, and those children just didn't deserve that. Like, how do you just wake up and no child deserve that? Like, how do you wake up and be like, ooh, I want to go and, you know, sexually assault this 5 or 6 year old or this 3-year-old? What?
I didn't really want to go there, but I had to clarify myself as to who needed to die. Okay.
I get it. Homicide is definitely, you know.
Homicide was specific.
I'm not gonna say I'm endorsing you going to kill somebody, but I do understand parents who have gone to jail for killing others for harming their children. I'll say that. I totally get it.
Listen, parents, if y'all in jail right now watching this, send me whatever you need to be able, because listen, if y'all kill the motherfuckers, they disrespect your baby, once the money start rolling in to this joint, we'll make sure a portion of that go to these families who killed motherfuckers and fucking their babies, because I think
put them in their books.
I think put it on their books, man. Like, listen,
send them
put
a
it
care
on
package.
your books.
Send them a care package.
You feel me? Care pack, right? Some confessions at the curfew merch. I don't know if you can wear merch in the band, but why not? Y'all niggas have iPhones and
I'll
fucking
send you a mental health
FaceTime.
workbook. I got
these
workbooks, you know.
They be having TikToks. They be
You
on
feel me?
TikTok.
Whole podcast in jail. That's new. I swear to God, I saw it last week. All right. What is the biggest misconception about therapy, specifically in our community? Community meaning black people. White people fall back.
Thank you for recognizing and putting the culture first. I appreciate you. I think the misconception is therapy don't work. That's the biggest misconception.
Talk to me about it.
People be thinking like, oh, I'm just going to talk to somebody. That ain't nothing. I can go and talk to this person, or I can go drink, or I can go fuck. I can do this. Now, can those things increase your dopamine, make you feel good, give you an orgasm, give you some pleasure? Yes, but you still got that same problem when you wake up. So when you go to a therapist, they can help you provide solutions that work for you. So don't think like, oh, if I go and talk to somebody, it won't work. It does work, but therapy works when you work it. So if I give you a solution, you got to go, do it. Just think about your math teacher. They wrote a problem on the board. They told you how to work it. If you missed a step, that solution basically failed, but you learn how to work it until you got it right. You know what I mean? So that's what it is.
Therapy is safe to say curates the plan for you specifically.
Yes.
And a lot of times us people, I'm an advocate of therapy, so I'm clearly you're here. Like it's I don't think you're going to find your therapist first shot. I do think you should do consults and really test out a few to see what kind of energy you even really want.
At least 3.
And thank you.
At least
I didn't
3.
know the number. I just know
3.
that people should test out therapists to see, have a contrast. You need some sort of contrast between the two so you know what you like and dislike with a therapist and in a person. I think that's with anything. But again, thank you for sharing that.
That's a good point. But I will say, I've had white, a person that looks like you. But I've had white and black therapists.
And see, that's why, I recommend that. But I think you should start there. But at least test out somebody else.
My first therapist was a black male. He was really good.
Okay.
My second therapist I had for years, and she ended up retiring, but she was everything to me because I had to go through anger management therapy to get.
Was it a jail situation involved?
Court ordered.
It was
it court ordered?
Yes.
Yeah. Niggas, don't think I'm slow. I'm not slow. Y'all not low out here. No, that's at the curfew. We talking about it.
So I was.
Sounds like you're a former crash out.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
But I don't touch people anymore. And I can't fight either. So yeah, there's that. But I was trying to.
Love bug.
Yeah. Period. That's my sister fault for me. But to get my emancipation as a high schooler, because there was a lot of situations going on. I had to do anger management therapist, and my therapist was. I worked with them for some years, and then after I felt not forced to go anymore, because I was forced to go when I was 16, but then when I'm 22, 23, 20, because I'm 31 now.
You somewhere around there.
I'm somewhere around 30-something.
Yeah.
I stopped counting. But after being forced to go, it felt better, and then I stopped going, and now I realize that I probably should still be going to therapy, but I lost my therapist.
What you mean you lost him? Like
they retired.
They retired.
I'm about to say, lost your therapist. Like, what you mean? Did they are they still hiding or like
retired?
Did they pass away? Because that's that's like a barber.
Yeah, I tried to go back
motherfucker Barbara died
7 months ago when I got in a relationship.
Yeah, I had black and white therapists, and I'll say this: I've had poor experiences with both races.
Talk about it.
Yeah, like people like to always say I agree with you. You should start with somebody that look like you. But if you finding that it just ain't gelling, but then you do find a therapist that don't look like you and it is gelling, you want to go for somebody who can help you with getting you the solutions and helping you fix the problem.
Mm-hmm. Right? And the way you communicate.
Yes.
Not everybody can communicate. Because like me, I'm a very unique fucking situation. If you don't really know me, my communication may rub you the wrong way, but listen, I ain't gonna never be faulted for not communicating because I over communicate sometimes. You feel me? But at the same time, as you get to know me, it's based in love. I'm trying to make sure everybody win, and I'm trying to get to the end result, which is a win for us all, right? But coming off sometimes, so I feel like a therapist, y'all. Sometimes I might meet a motherfucker that can't vibe with how I get busy.
And all black people are not alike.
You feel me?
We are not all alike.
They're not at all.
So keep that in mind when y'all going down that journey. We're gonna move it along. And thank y'all for sharing. I'll let y'all share thus far. This again for Dr. Holly. Have you ever worked with women or men in the entertainment or nightlife industry?
Yes.
And what did you experience? What did that experience teach you?
I don't know. I don't think it taught me anything in specific, but I do recognize that sometimes they are ostracized, they're looked out as different or outcast in society, and I want to say that they are people too, right? But that's just the profession that they chose, to make an income or make a living.
They black businesses. Period.
Yeah.
Everybody independent contractors in the buildings. You feel me? And we got to start treating them as such. That's what this show does.
And I think that they also deserve any type of care that they are seeking for themselves to better themselves, whatever that may be, even if it's not therapy, if it's something else. And a lot of times they're just not welcomed or looked at as such. You know what I mean? So I think I have a soft spot for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why you're here, Dr.
Oh, well,
Holly.
thank you.
That's why you're here,
love
Dr.
that.
Holly. We love Dr. Holly so far. Am I tripping? We love Dr. Holly, do we not? Confessions at the Curfew. We love Dr. Holly. All right, now this is for the dancers. Dancers, give y'all. What you say?
I love when she does her little shimmy.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The tribe is building. Okay. So to the dancers in attendance right now, Dr. Holly, you can fall back right now. Before tonight, how did y'all feel about therapy? And was it something you ever considered, or was it something that you felt out of reach? Now, we already know you dibbled and dabbled, but before tonight, tell me how you feel about therapy. Let's start with you. Have you ever been?
Yes.
Okay.
For like my whole childhood, I was in therapy. I wouldn't say I wouldn't recommend it, but the therapist I had, except from one person, I wouldn't recommend them. I didn't like it. And yeah.
You want to speak on some of the things that, as a child, that you didn't like, that maybe some therapists out there watching cannot make those mistakes?
Of course. So the reason I went to therapy, because at the time I was younger and I was raped and molested by my godfather. So I had to go to therapy. I was in and out of mental hospitals just for them to try to help me. It wasn't helping. More or less when I was in, I think it's outpatient when you out, right? So I was outpatient. I was living with a family member at this time. And I wouldn't say, so when I'll go to therapy, I know the basic rules. I know what to say. I know what not to say. I know what to say to speed up the conversation so I can leave, what to decrease it so I can actually vent to this person. But it was a time I was explaining to them the situation that had happened with my godfather at the time. And I just didn't like the fact that the therapist had told the family member everything in the, what's the word I'm trying to say? The therapy session that wasn't supposed to be discussed with that person, and it rubbed me the wrong way. So I tried therapy.
Was this a male or female?
It was a female.
Okay.
She broke your confidentiality.
Yeah, that's HIPAA.
Damn.
On top of
Fuck you,
that,
bitch.
she already brought in another therapist. I don't know if that was the rules at the time to bring in another therapist for that.
And thank you for sharing that. I didn't ask for that, but you felt.
The Godfather is somebody that's supposed to be murdered too, because we talk.
That's what I'm on. Put the nigga down, B. Like, yo, listen, this love.
Your Godfather.
I ain't even gonna speak on it. Listen. The universe gonna do
What is
the universe gonna fucking do.
I was waiting for her to finish talking. But
You feel me? I'm sorry. I just had to thank you for sharing, because that wasn't even a joint I was even expecting. That shit hit me in the ooh. That shit hit me. So I said, yeah. Fuck us. And the therapist. Please continue.
At the time, I don't know if it was, you guys could tell me because you guys know better than I would, but at the time I was around six-ish. So I was in the room, it was my therapist at the time, and they had brought another therapist. Keep in mind, it was a male therapist, and I already expressed that I'm not good around males. And they had told them the whole situation, which I didn't respect and I didn't like. And then on top of that, I didn't like how she kept the door open and tried to get somebody else to come in and tell me where I was wrong, and oh, well, you should have known better. As a child, you don't know better. That my whole innocence was taken away.
Maybe.
Huh?
Forensic therapist.
She could have been a new therapist or a child therapist and just getting her friends with.
She was a child therapist. I do remember that.
That I could feel, and I hate to ask this, but I'm gonna have to ask this. What was her race?
She was black.
So you did something wrong because you were 6.
Yes.
Okay.
So
That's the way you felt, at least.
No, that's what
the therapist said.
Oh,
so by that, I'm gonna say that was a projection.
Some probably happened to that therapist.
But I didn't like the fact on I did something wrong because I'm a 6-year-old child, and it's I'm not supposed to tell. But as a child, when shit happens to you and that, I don't care what nobody says, you say something. And all y'all that are protecting family members that are like that is sick to me. You need to be put down too.
You a bitch.
Honestly.
Yeah, you low key.
I'm sorry, how old are you?
Not on the air.
okay.
We'll tell you though. We're gonna wait.
Because I'm trying to figure out what year this was.
Chill, because all I'm saying is, I'm actually on our next break.
Okay.
You got it?
Okay.
All right. On our next break, we can discuss that, but at the same time, let's just say, I would imagine she was a voluptuous child. A child that grew quickly in all areas, right? And then that bring out the noodles, the purrs, the nut-ass niggas, challenging 12-year-olds because they look like a grown-up. So, like, listen, man, I'm not going to get into that, but y'all know how I feel about it.
Age of 6,
you know what I mean?
body.
What my nigga Deontay Kyle say, bring back the fucking gauntlet and the beheadings and all this shit, man.
I had a little
bring that shit back.
And not only that, our children as black girls, we can't beat little girls. We always have to be sexualized in adults early, right? We always have to be that, early. So then a man could come in, like you said, your godfather, and could look at it like, this person is not 6, they 16 or they 18, so let me go and have my way.
But it's like if you think about how, like, when's the first time, what age did you get your first 2-piece bathing suit?
Ooh. The picture-wise, I remember having them, like, when I was 4 and a little younger. But as, like...
4?
Yeah. I didn't get my first 2-piece until I was 14.
Man, I got kids. I wish the fuck... My daughter is 14 right now, my youngest. And I think they might have brought me a 2-piece recently it was on some her mom did shit. When I was still like, but it's like they ganging up on me and I don't want to be that dude because it wasn't the worst, but at the same time, I think all of them the worst. You like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like everybody about to sexualize you when you put this 2-piece on. From afar, you gonna look adult. Yeah. You feel me? And yeah,
but why is it that? Why is it that we're sexualized like this?
You need to be an adult.
He's protecting the people who are like looking.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But it's like if you look at little white girls, they be walking around with little tankinis and little, but they're not sexualized. But there's someone looking at them. But when we put them on, it's just like it's her fault.
My daughter, mom white, so she a black girl, but her mom white. You feel me? Like so, you could take that and do what you want with it. At the same time. She got black girl features, man. Mm-hmm. And I don't be on that. And sometimes people be acting like I'm wild, and I'm like, yeah, I'm really not. It could be because I had 15 plus years in the nightlife and I seen. So, excuse me.
But they blame the little black. They blame. I mean, and at the end of the day, we all know your daughter is a person of color. So
she's a black girl and her mom's white. That's how I describe it.
But we're at that age. We're sexualized at that age. So a little bikini on us is like, oh, that's inappropriate.
It's been like that since slavery.
But why?
Because since slavery, when we had those shackles on, they looked at how big our breast was, right? How big our breast was, how big our butt was, how we could be, giving suckle to their kids and their children. So all our features was already sexualized since the age of 5 and 6 because they knew how they was breeding us. And that hasn't stopped. That's been something generational with this culture. And I will also end with this. Mm-hmm. Pedophiles don't give a fuck. If you white, black, what you look like, body straight as a board or you hip and curvy and you black, they have an addiction towards that little girl. It's something about that for them.
My grandma told me something. I'll never forget this because I got laser hair removal, right?
Okay.
I got my underarms done. I got a full Brazilian.
So what that mean? They never come
sorry,
back?
my bad. No, my hair doesn't grow back. So
put that in nigga dummy terms. Won't be knowing shit. Niggas don't know shit. You say some shit, I got a laser. Y'all just, I was like, okay.
So I used to have really...
I'm lost like a motherfucker over here. Like, what you do with the laser?
I used to have really bad, like, ingrowns, and, like, I had, like, a really bad bikini line. Nobody taught me how to shave again. I was on my own at 13, 14, 15 years old. Nobody taught me. So I got laser hair removal. And my grandma, I'll never forget when she said this, and she said that she was like, hair is supposed to be where it is. And she said that whole being bald in your vagina is very pedophilish. She told me that.
Did that come from that, you think?
Huh?
Is it?
For me, I did it for myself because I wasn't confident in, like, in my hairline.
I can see it.
But, like, she told me that. She said children have bald vaginas.
That's not what. Well, okay. I can see that. I can see that.
Children have bald vaginas.
I was just wondering if that. Okay.
And that's what she told me. I'll never forget that. I will never forget that.
Yep.
So wait, if I like ball vaginas.
No,
I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking. I know damn well. Listen, man, it's a show. I'm big.
She said that's where it
Now,
came
I will
from.
say this. You
It's a
can
great
definitely
clip.
have a clean shape of vagina if the man want to do his little choo-choo, right?
What Lil Wayne say?
If you want to do his little choo-choo. What's the choo-choo? That's a new
Lil
one.
Wayne say,
If
I ain't got no worries.
if he want to chew on it, you.
Oh, if he want to do his little choo-choo. When I heard choo-choo, I thought of a train.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I thought the train. I was like, oh, is that a new thing?
I apologize. If he want to chew on your honey pot, honey, ain't
There you
nothing
go.
wrong with getting it clean and shaving. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, basically what she's describing in Honey Pot is if he wants to eat the pussy.
But Lil Wayne said he don't got no worries. She said my pussy a little furry. I ain't got no worries.
Yeah, there are some men who definitely don't mind the
Some
hair.
men prefer.
That's true. That's true.
Find a nigga from the 80s or the 70s or them niggas like, hey.
Them boomers, them 50-year-olds.
My grandmama
They
also
all
a boomer.
about the bush, you heard me?
She is a boomer.
Them 70s, listen, they love them bushes. Them little bitty.
All right, let's move it along because we moving. And this is a great conversation thus far, but I'm only in the first segment. Lord, I always do this to myself. Okay. But when the conversation's good, the conversation's good.
It's always.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Still, to the dancers. Now that the sexy shrink is here, right? Sitting right next to y'all, is there something you have been carrying that you would actually like to unpack tonight?
The hypersexuality after going through things of that nature, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Okay, hypersexuality after going through what?
The nature of the contents I just discussed.
Okay, so hypersexuality of
bad.
being either molested or raped or sexually assaulted as a child. And then hypersexuality as far as how it impacted you or that person or how it plays into an adulthood.
But
Okay.
how it impacted me.
He like to fuck.
Yes, and that's my problem. But I won't go to nobody new. I'll stick with my same one person, but it's just like, how can I explain it? Like, I can never be satisfied. It's nothing that me and that person have ever done that actually like satisfies me. And I know that person gets very, I wouldn't say irritated, but they do seem to get irritated because it's like, I need that constant little validation constantly. I don't know how to like
Okay.
handle it that much.
I like this, and thank you for bringing that out. Now, other therapists are going to look at this, and they're definitely not going to agree, and some may agree. I'll say this. First of all, congratulations for even identifying that you know that you can't be satisfied, because it
Put your
starts
two
there.
fingers together and clock that.
Because a lot of people can't even identify, like, what it is. So the fact that you could pinpoint it back to when the trauma happened, because I'm going to name it as a trauma, and then to say, oh, okay, because of that, this is a symptomology or symptom that I have of that. Two, let your partner know that it ain't even a result of him. Like, he landed.
He knows that, but it's just like
But just reassure him. So even if you roll over and grab the rose after y'all done, he don't feel some type of way. Because sometimes men be like, well, damn, I just made you come. We just did it 5 times for 2 hours.
Straight like
making
that.
sure.
You know what I mean?
Niggas.
It's
I'm niggas.
still assure your partner, like, babe, it's not you. And then 3, as you know where it came from and assure him, then just take some time to kind of figure out where you can pleasure yourself so that you can start to, not, I won't say minimize, but manage the fact that you cannot be satisfied completely by your partner because of what has happened. So
It's not even just like my partner, like nothing satisfying, like head won't satisfy me. The rose, I'll do that bitch 20 times till
You
that
sure it's
bitch
just not
dies.
him?
Huh?
We sure it's not him?
Oh, trust and believe it's not him.
Oh, okay.
It's just nothing like even when I did have other partners, nothing truly makes me as sick as it sounds, and I'm sorry that it's going to sound like that.
No, don't
nothing
apologize.
truly makes me feel like how it when I was younger, and it's like I'm chasing that high, but I don't want to chase that high because it brings back all these memories, and I can never get over that. And
Good for you.
That pain. So it's like I'm always forever going to be chasing that one thing that fucked me over to this day, and I will never.
That's
get
deep.
it.
no, it is deep.
That's deep.
That is deep,
Man,
and I love
throw
that
something
too.
out there and you tell me how close I am to, you know what I mean? All right,
Sure.
So, could it be, because I personally feel, just hearing the story, and this is just my opinion, I'm a dumbass.
Can I have that bottle, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. This is deep. I'm about to start crying. I get emotional.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to keep it low. We're going to keep it low.
I'm an emotional wreck
No,
sometimes.
my baby crying. Listen, here's what I
Like-
want to say. Is it, well, because I really want to ask you, could it be, because I always, like my son, he's 24, right? I always tell my son I don't feel like he should participate in any relationships unless he really, because I just think this is an era where he should be figuring out himself, and because I know he doesn't have himself figured out yet. And so since you don't have that going on, don't lock into no relationships or nothing like that, because y'all are so hypersexual and y'all gonna be fucking everything. Now, so my question to you is what she described. Could it be because she's in that era of just hypersexuality naturally, like, it's like a college era, for real. Could that play a part too? And the reason I ask that is, as she gets older, will that come down a little bit? Do you see
for
it?
sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because we also talking about hormones.
Yes, that's the part. See,
yeah, and
that's
about
why you know.
and thinking about as women age, there's a quote unquote high sexual peak between 30 and 40. And when you hit for some, I'm not painting a brush. I'm not painting a brush.
I'm painting it.
I am not painting a brush because mine hit me in like my late 30s. Ooh. Right? And then when you between 40 and 50, you got perimenopause where your hormones and your libido could start to just take this plummeting dive.
Heard their ears is crazy, their nose and smell is crazy with perimenopause.
So if you're describing yourself as hypersexual, it could start to just balance out. But I do kind of want to go back to, if we're thinking about somebody, and I'm just going to use this lightly, think about somebody who is addicted to cocaine. When the first time they got high is the first and last time they got high, because that is the ultimate high. And their dopamine levels are ridiculous. So when they had that first high, now they're chasing what that high felt like, because it was just through the charts. You will never get high as your first high ever again. So when that dopamine is like calling you, you're going for that. Now, what I would say to you, noticing again these things, and I commend you for that, and I appreciate you sharing, my suggestion is that you reach out to not only therapy, but communities that can talk about and support what that looks like. Being hypersexual, what it looks like kind of chasing that dopamine feel, right? To help you balance it and help you manage it. Because you're right. When you have that high like that, whether it's sex, whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol, we're going to always chase it because it felt so good. We're never going to achieve it. So whether you got the rose, your husband, your fingers, whatever, you're right. You're never going to achieve it. But I don't want you to feel like it's something that is wrong on your part or his part
Pause for 1 second?
at all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me.
This is the eyelash. It's the lashes. She's got the lashes done, man. Do not fall, love. All right, we had to cut real quick just for, eyelash problems. Whoever did her lashes, she going through it on set. And your fucking days are numbered.
I still love you though, Wookie.
Yeah, your days are fucking numbered. Okay? Fucking.
I mean, they look nice though.
They do. I love the
They look
colors.
nice.
They look amazing. All right. So before we got it, did you want to add anything more about? Okay.
I got my answers.
I want to give Shea opportunity to unpack something tonight with the Queen, Dr. Holly.
Okay, so I lost a lot of friends that I thought were friends. And I think the one look at me, don't cry. I think the one thing that hurts me a lot is that when I started dancing, when I started becoming when I started being honest about my sexuality, when I started being honest about being in a lifestyle, when I started being honest about, because that's the only thing I ever really lied about, I guess. Not lied about, but I just didn't share. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like I lost, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think about 4 friends total.
Okay.
4, and those 4 are my friends. But I lost a lot of people that I thought were my friends because I started being more out about who I really am. And I just don't, like, sometimes it does get to me a little bit.
Okay.
And I don't know how to handle that. Like, it's not, and I don't address it. Like, I just kind of just like, oh, whatever, it is what it is. But I feel like like, inside of me, it's like, these are people that I've had in my life since I was 8, 9, 10 years old. And I've been told I was a whore. I've been told I was a slut. Apparently, I didn't slept with people that I don't even think I slept with. I don't think. But it does, I will say it does get to me a tad bit sometimes when I'm like, these are people that have been in my life for a really long time, and I'm hearing from other people that they're saying they cut me off because I am who I really am.
Okay. So first of all, I think we need to process it as a grief and loss because it's a loss, right? These people who you've known for since the age of 8 or 9, right? It's a loss for them because they're grieving who they thought they knew since the age of 9 versus the person who you really are. For you, you're grieving the loss of a friendship for somebody who you've known since the age of 9, but as the person who you've presented to them, but not the person who you are coming out as or who you really are. And so you want to grieve their process. Sometimes there are people who accept us for who we really, really are, and then there are people who are not. And so I think in your grieving process, in your loss process, you want to accept that they are not open to accepting that person who you're saying, I'm coming out as this. This is who I am. And that's their right. Because again, you want to be respected as the person who you are, right? Mm-hmm. And so some people are going to say, no, I don't accept that. I don't rock with that. I'm not dealing with that. I don't want that. And so you just have to, one, accept their choice. You don't got to respect it, but you do have to accept it, process it as a grief and loss, and then find a way to process and move on, because there will be people who will come into your life and who will love you for exactly who you are.
I like my man.
Yeah, and you don't have to hide it.
And he just loves me. He just loves me so much.
These people connected with the 8 or 9-year-old you who they knew, and that's who you presented. But now I'm this 32-year-old, and this is who I am. They're like, oh, I'm not rocking with that.
I actually connect with that as well.
Yeah.
Because I killed my former self a long time ago, and the only person who appreciated my new person that I was creating, years ago, but was who is now my lady. So my partner in this.
It's nice to find a partner that just accept, like, he don't play by me. Like,
but accepting they knew you was the vibe.
But he didn't know. He didn't even.
The person who you've grown into and who you're shedding.
I call it the new me.
He didn't. But
you feel me? Because I killed the old nigga. I put him to death. I hated that nigga. And once I was like, yo, y'all don't even really like me. I gotta change that. And then now, I appreciate who I am. But as I was shedding all the bullshit and being more honest than I had ever been and transparent as I'm meeting people, she was like the only person that was like, I still fuck with that.
Yeah, he really fuck with me hard. Like, he don't play. Like, if I'm having, like, I'm beefing with somebody or somebody's talking shit about me, or even when, like, my grandma knows everything about me. Mm-hmm. She's as
grandmom should. We need more big mamas out here.
She's a Jehovah's Witness, but she
big
lives.
Mama's like 32 now.
She's all of 31, but. She doesn't support what I do, but I think she's living through me, and she'll talk her shit sometimes, and he gets a little defensive, and I'll be like, that's just my grandma, don't pay her no mind. But he really supports me. But I think my biggest, like, not my biggest, but like it does, and I don't share my emotions very often, but it does hurt me a little bit that these friends that I've known since I was 8, 9, 10 years old, they just don't, and I'm finding this out as an adult.
But think about this too. As you're grieving the loss, you're making room for people who will accept you.
That's it.
For who you are.
That's it.
I can't say, my best friend is literally from high school. Shout out to Danielle. I love you to pieces. But there are people who I've been cool with since grade school. And as you grow and as you age and become a new iteration of yourself, as you said, growing to who you are, some people are going to fall by the wayside.
Some people are not your folks.
They are. And it's going to hurt, true. But you also got to understand you're making room for people who are going to love who you are at this age, at where you are in this identity.
I like it, not your folks.
Some people not your folks.
Yeah.
There's a segment that I do about exactly this, but we're not going to get into it.
But yeah, it's just
it's definitely a grief and loss, though, and you should process it like that because it is a loss and is a grieving too.
But I don't know what the grieving part is because I don't grieve very well. So I don't grieve very well. I mean, my great.
What do you mean by that?
My great grandma died last week. Everybody's like, you didn't cry.
First of all, I'm sorry.
You don't have to cry. That's
but is this your definition of not grieving well? Who said you don't grieve well? That's what
everybody says, because I have like emotional disconnection. So like it's like my grandma, she passed away from my other grandma. She passed away from COVID. Didn't cry. Like people, because like I cry over dumb stuff.
But at what point do they realize that's who you are and there's nothing wrong with it?
Period.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, oh, she doesn't do this very well. Like, no, the fuck is she talking about?
Way to grieve.
There's no right. This is how she grieves. Let's respect it.
But
Period.
I guess, but grieving my friends, though, is kind of like, because I find friendships so important.
I understand that.
Do. Like, it's something about me and friendships and relationships that I just, like, whether it's family, friends, romantic relationships, I take very... Okay, go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
This is where I'm a professional.
Because I lost my best friend.
To death?
No.
Oh.
No. Lost her to not your folkness.
She's not.
And I'm gonna keep it a thou wow. Listen,
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
I am the guru of the not your folk method of peace. All right? And if you want to be peaceful in your life, you gotta dismiss the people and get the people out your life that is not your folk. And a lot of times that show up in many ways. You know, something as small as you being broke around somebody and they always got something to say about you being broke. Pussy, that's what I'm on right now. That's what I'm going
just
through.
broke.
like, that don't make me a bad person. Like, you my folks or you not.
Mm-hmm.
Some people not your folks because they got a problem with you being broke, right? But we don't identify them because we grew up with these niggas or...
Y'all about to make me cry. And
you
I'm
feel me?
Because my job lost me 2 years ago, and there are people who were like...
Ooh, say that again. She said, my job lost me. I lost my job.
No,
she just told me
they lost
me.
They lost me.
She told me.
You know who I'm talking to.
They lost me.
You know who I'm talking to. For everybody that needs to hear this, that job lost you.
And I was, and me and another person were struggling because they didn't have a job. Their job lost them, and we were in the trenches, quote unquote trauma bonded. But as soon as she got her city job, she became a whole nother person.
We're gonna talk about trauma.
We're not friends to this day because now that they got their city job, they no longer were there for me while I'm still struggling. It's been 2 years that I have not had a quote unquote 9 to 5, right? So that's what I'm saying to you. Like, when people leave you because of who you are, whether it's your identity, whether it's because you are broke, but when you struggling, going through some stuff, you really know who your friends are. Or who, when you show up as this is me, you know who your friends are. And this person to this day, I was like, oh, you ain't been friends for a minute. And now that you got this little city job and I'm still going through trying to get my little job, you show how you not there for me. I have to let you go. And guess what? Since
They're not
then,
your folk.
they're not my folk. And since then, I have made room for people who are like, oh shit, how can I support you? How can I reach it to my community or my connection?
Unconditional is unconditional. I ain't trying to hear what other shit you
I mean, this is not what I was talking about. But like, I lost my best friend because, rightfully so, I like to drink.
The shit wasn't unconditional.
I'm a drinker.
You be drawing though?
No, I'm not a sloppy drunk.
I'm just saying, like, cause it's one thing to say I'm a drinker and you fucking flip the table at the wedding type shit. Like, I'm not trying to support
at the barbecue.
that. You feel me?
I am a happy drunk. I'm a happy.
Okay, as long as you're describing something like that.
And I'm functional. My mom was a little worried about me like a little while ago, and she was just like, "Let's get you on some drinking meds, cause you can still drink."
Meds.
They have drinking meds.
They do.
Fuck is a drinking med?
It's a pill you
It's
can
a
take
pill
or a
that you can
shot.
take that you take before you drink, so that you're not drinking as much, so you don't crave as much alcohol, whatever. So I started taking it, but because
Dr. Holly,
because I was drinking so much at the time, I went to IUP. It's a drinking school. So I was drinking so much, and my mom was just getting a little bit concerned. We got me on the meds, but she told me that I can't stop drinking because my body can go into withdrawal. You can die.
You can.
Yes.
Alcohol is the very.
It's like heroin.
Yes.
Yeah. So
you want to be careful.
My best friend. The best friend that I needed.
in its natural form, alcohol the worst joint.
You want to be careful.
So my mom and my best friend at the time when I started taking the meds, like, I'm drinking now, I'm cool, I'm chilling. But my best friend at the time, you would have never known. No. But I wasn't a sloppy drunk. Never a sloppy drunk. Never. I just like to drink.
So you just like to drink. So, okay, well, what's the like to drink, though?
Talk about it.
And I'm not, I want to know.
That's why you here, man.
You know, I love you, good mimosa.
Yeah, we all drinking tonight.
I'm not a picky
After
drinker.
curfew.
I will drink
I'm
what's
just
here.
saying, I don't put a certain time on when I.
I'm gonna move this along, though, y'all. I'm gonna move this along because I know we can keep this for a while.
It's 12 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Brunch just ain't on Sundays. Brunch could be on Wednesday at 1 o'clock.
Talk about it.
I'm off on Wednesdays.
I get it.
So basically, my best friend at the time, because my mom was like, you don't want to withdraw. So she was like, she was telling my man, just stay with her and make sure that, because she's not drinking, so just whatever. And my best friend wasn't there for me. And I felt like that time, I'm like, bitch, I could die.
Wow.
Like, I'm over here trying to sip alcohol because I'm
Cause I could
titrating.
die. That's a different joint.
Yeah,
Drinking liquor so
that
you
wasn't
could,
your friend.
so you can stay
I'm
alive is
titrating.
crazy.
I'm
Yeah, that
literally
wasn't your friend.
titrating, trying to sit on the phone and talk all day because I'm titrating
Okay.
and I can't drink. But
Titrating. I'm not gonna act like I know what that is.
You can say it if you want.
Am I supposed to know what that
do we
is?
tell these people I'm like super educated too?
No. We already
Yeah.
established that y'all didn't establish she got some education with her.
She got a master's.
I have a master's degree.
Yeah, I mean, I learned a lot of that off camera, but at the same time.
So titrating basically means like you're still doing what you do, but you're just doing it a lot less.
Oh, titrated. Okay,
So I
see,
was
that's the
going
first time I
from-
heard that phrase.
Yes, I'm going
Or term.
from drinking a significant amount to drinking this in a day.
Versus
Okay.
a bottle. Or two.
Versus okay.
I was drinking half.
I'm just
Or
giving
not.
for example.
like, let's be honest.
like, let's
You
be
thought I said
honest.
I was drinking. Listen, first of all, I know alcohol.
If I wasn't,
Let me throw it out there. I know alcohol.
If I wasn't
and them
working-
niggas always off on what they drink. Okay?
I'm
They're a little off. They forgot about all
Add
of
a
the
couple
other ones.
liters. Add a couple liters.
Add a couple liters. So we just go ahead and call it a bottle, baby.
three-fourths of a bottle a day. If I
She
was
gonna
off
try
of-
to. She gonna try to half the bottle that the imaginary bottle that we made. She wanna half that. Nigga, stop it. You know damn
But I was
well.
functional. I got a master's degree on that bottle.
The bottle we got today is gone. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're good. I got a master's degree on that
I'm
bottle.
done.
The whole, and I was a drink 1,800.
All right. But we about to get out of here, because I know most of the people watching this show are looking forward to the fat ass that is upon thee. Hey, we're gonna. The last thing I have for. First, Dr. Holly, then I have a follow-up question with the ladies before we go to break. Dr. Holly, first of all, I gotta be honest with you. I told you what you was getting into, right?
No, you didn't.
I did. I told you.
He didn't.
I know
No,
what I
he
did.
didn't.
Tweeting.
Okay. No,
Okay.
he didn't.
So you're sitting in a room right now with a bunch of women who probably never been asked about their mental health in a serious setting.
Okay.
Right? What is your first clinical instinct looking around the couches tonight?
First of all, serious setting. Let me put that in air quotes.
What you mean?
We were just cracking up.
Listen, you wish your fucking medical field could feel like this.
That's true.
Okay.
You're right. I do. Because this is definitely a vibe. I don't know these ladies on a very deeper level, but I would just say on a surface level that if they just wanted to join support groups for other Black women who've gone through what they're going through, I think would be very important. For example, I ain't gonna hold you. I am a part of Gamma 9.
What's that?
So I grew up in
Sorority?
No. A non is basically support groups for persons who are impacted by somebody, a loved one who has either done alcohol, drugs, or gambling. So Gamma 9, for
Gambling.
me, I grew up in a gambling house. So I go to Gambling 9 because I'm an impacted other. I also go to NAR 9 because I have my father, he is an addict. You know, he goes in and out, but he's now currently active. And so I go to these support groups to, again, get support from other adults who are impacted because it helps me.
And it's
as
not
a
even
therapist.
directly you. You go to support groups to get support for the shit that you dealing with in family. That's different.
Yes.
That's different. A lot of people probably don't even know that shit's possible. And the reason why I think that's important to speak about in this moment is because, like, imagine a person that didn't know those types of groups existed, because I've noticed a lot of people feel like, say you lose your job, right? You living a great life. You ain't on no alcohol shit. You ain't on no drug shit or nothing. You just trying to figure it out. Then you lose your job. Now you start drinking. You would tell yourself that alcohol runs in your family, so you're just gonna keep drinking a lot.
That's what me.
When you necessarily, that's not true. And there's no history that shows, or no scientific proof, I would say, that shows that alcoholism is hereditary. I'm just being, am I tripping, doctor?
No, you're not tripping, because when we talk about
That's
addiction,
learned behavior.
yeah, learn behavior, and then what happens in your household and what you are exposed
That's
to.
learned behavior.
Exactly.
It's not
It's
hereditary.
nurture.
Hereditary and learned behavior get confused all the time.
Love, I
I'm
have a
gonna keep
question
it
for
1,000.
you.
Please talk to her.
So, do you feel like having a... So when I was in the club,
Hold on, is it going to cause waterwork?
no, it might actually for me.
All right.
But when I, when people were finding out that I was a behavior therapist in a club, a lot of girls would come talking to me, and I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking to me for? Because I don't want to talk about this. Do you feel like just a support group for girls? Like, because this is hard work.
Does Confessions After Curfew need to create one?
Yes.
It's just hard work. And it's like...
And I'll be there.
Like, people just think, like...
Listen,
people just think...
to me nice.
People just
I
think
promise
that,
you.
like,
if
we
it's
go to the
real, I'll
club...
make it happen.
No, I'll be there to support because again, there are, and I don't mean to stop your flow. I apologize.
You're good.
Support groups can be a segue for people to then go to therapy. Everybody's not ready to go to a therapist, and that's okay. And I want to make that normal. Some people aren't just ready to just deep dive into a therapist. They're just not. Support groups is where they can build community and feel like they're not alone.
Is
and
important.
it is, and they can understand that they're not going through this shit alone. And then they can process it individually with therapists. So I'm always in support of community.
Keyword
But the only
process.
The only reason why I say that is because, like, a house mom, right? A house mom is like the person that you can just like, fuck these niggas. I hate everything that's going on. I'm not coming back here ever again. I hate this fucking club, whatever. Yeah. And then they're like, you're okay, baby. You're okay. You get it together. They rub your back.
Here's
they
what
feed
I tell you. Here's what I tell you. And we spoke on house moms a little bit, not a lot. I think I'm gonna have a whole episode on house moms. But like, house moms are not clinically trained. Right? That's one. So they're just giving advice based off of the corporation or the business that they work for to get them back, to get the girls back ready to get back on the stage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So no disrespect to the house moms out here, but like they not low. You got some good ones. I've been a part of a program or a situation where it was a house mom with Stella. We worked. It was great at the time. We helped a lot of women, right? But the majority ain't that.
I've only had one good house mom.
I ain't seen a real house mom since the fucking 90s, for real.
My house mom was the club owner.
For real.
My house mom was the club owner.
You feel me?
And
How old was
a
she?
dancer. And she was a dancer.
How old was she?
In her 50s?
Maybe her 40s.
I know.
No, she got to be like 60.
But no, she was.
62,
But when I
But if
said
she owned the club, that's a different
she
joint.
owned the club,
Because now she investing in different ways, but now is she still encouraging chicks to mentally
she retired.
traumatized, go on the stage and work?
That's where we at.
She retired, but she wanted somebody to buy her club from her. But
The bottom line.
yeah, but the thing is though, it's like when I was
I'm a business guy.
sexually assaulted. I have a PFA against a couple people, but
First of all, to have a PFA is a task.
so.
To do multiple is a nigga. Please.
So
Survivor.
one came into the club. House mom said you gotta go. House mom / club owner said you gotta go. Get out the club because my girl is working tonight. She doesn't feel comfortable working. Our club is all of the size of this room, and she doesn't feel comfortable. That made me feel safe.
Okay.
That made me feel safe.
And like he said, though, that's not the majority of
It's not.
moms.
It's not.
And so, again, he's saying that a lot of them
It's
will
few
tell
and
you
far
what you
between.
need to say or to hear to get them back to their bottom line.
But I feel like we need we need a support, like something to hold us together. Like
more and more, Love Bug. As this show progresses and grows, beautifully, by the way, thank everybody for all the love thus far. The more and more of this show, we have people talk. I promise you, the person that creates a stripper union is gonna fucking eat.
I'm gonna do that.
A successful stripper union, because you gotta know the game. But I think a stripper union is possible, bro. I really do. And I don't like to say stripper, but at the same time, that's where we at. Stripper, dance, it's just universal amongst the dumbs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Amongst the dummies. But with that being said, we'll be right back with Dr. Holly. We're going to talk about what brought everyone here to this space in life. And
The confession.
of course, we're going to hear their confessions. She's looking. She's ready to get her confession off. We're going to get to that
My
at some
confession
point.
is a very deep confession that I like.
And my favorite segment a little later in the show is Love Tells All with Love Bug, man. We'll be right back after this fat ass.
Send the cash app, send the cash app. If you loving this fat ass, send the cash app. Make it clap, clap, no talk back. If you watching all that, send the cash app. No hands, just bands, that's the contract. You enjoying this fat ass, send the cash app. Throw a little 20, make it bounce back. After curfew, baby, send the cash app.
Yeah.
God! Jesus.
My confession was hilarious.
We love fat asses on this show.
Absolutely.
And Love Bug's one of them ones. But I will say, if y'all didn't send a cash app, if y'all haven't sent one cash app after you synced that, even $1. It's a bunch of y'all watching this shit. $1, throw it in the cash app. If you ain't do that, you might be a fucking hater, and for sure you're not my folk. All right, so listen. Right now, this segment is called What Brought You Here? Okay, Dr. Holly, is there a psychological pattern you've noticed in women who are drawn to performance-based careers?
I would say molestation and sexual assault, yeah.
Really?
Send the cash app, send the cash app. If you loving this fat ass, send the cash app. Make it clap, clap, no talk back. If you watching all that, send the cash app. No hands, just bands, that's the contract. You enjoying this fat ass, send the cash app. Throw a little 20, make it bounce back. After curfew, baby, send the cash app.
Yeah.